Welcome back to The Truth About Nothing, where we share our opinions about pop culture topics, and it means absolutely nothing. My name is Taylor.
And my name is Jeremy. And today we thought it would be fun to talk about 90's snacks.
Yeah, just kind of like reminisce and...
I feel like this is going to be like 90's and early 2000s. Because early 2000s was like part of the 90's.
Yeah,
at least it feels like it.
They're kind of one and the same. I mean, you start getting into some things, but early 2000s, yeah.
I think some of the later discussions, the early 2000s, it still applied. Some of the stuff.
It kind of bleeds together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll get it.
Yeah, we'll get to there.
About it.
But first, you might witness our very first marital spat here because...
It's been a thing long enough, it won't be.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Mm-mm. We're going to hit hard and go with Hot Pockets. How do you eat a Hot Pocket? What's the correct way to eat a Hot Pocket? Because I know.
Are you asking me?
No. I am definitely not asking you how to eat a Hot Pocket.
I eat Hot Pockets
he's a weirdo.
With a fork.
Yeah. He puts it on the plate.
I put it on a plate. After it's in the microwave, I take it out of the sleeve, and then I cut it.
Oh, no, wait.
With a fork.
He lets it cool down.
Like a normal person.
He eats it with a fork.
Who wants to eat boiling hot? Okay, well, you're weird.
Okay, so how I do it how they intended you to eat it. Yes, you put it in the microwave, in the sleeve, and then when it's done, the sleeve is literally made to fold in at the bottom and make like a handheld...
It is now.
Okay, well,
but
they
I have
evolved.
Examined.
They got smarter.
Commercials.
They got smarter. You're supposed to evolve with the smartness.
When I was 7, you were 0, and I was eating Hot Pockets and watching commercials where it was literally just a crisper sleeve. That's all it was for. It was to crisp the Hot Pocket. It didn't fold. It didn't rip with perforations.
That's genius, though.
Right. But old dogs don't learn new tricks. So I eat Hot Pockets with a fork because I like to cut it in half so that it can exhaust.
I like it to exhaust out of my mouth as
I'm not a fire-breathing dragon. I also have a very sensitive tongue.
Yeah, you got a cat tongue.
Yeah, I have to drink cooler coffee and everything.
Lukewarm.
So I cut it in half, I let it exhaust, and then I cut the half in half, and then I cut it into halves again.
Oh, no.
So, and then they're nice bite-sized pieces.
And then when I get down, I rip it, and then I eat it down again. And then you just kind of shimmy it out the bottom a little bit, but by then it's like...
Can we just agree... That
you're wrong. Yeah. If you think...
Have you ever eaten a Hot Pocket with a fork?
How do you eat Hot Pockets? Let us know in the comments. I'm curious. Because we already heard some people's comments on whatnot, but...
I mean, I don't think I'm wrong to eat it with a fork.
No, you're just proper.
I eat my peas with a fork, too.
Well,
I'm kidding. I don't even eat peas. I don't even like peas. So, I mean, it's just how I've always done it. So, judge me if you will.
I guess. I just gotta leave it there.
I don't eat pizza with a fork, if that makes you feel any better.
Sometimes you do.
It depends on how greasy it is.
Yeah.
If it's really greasy, you gotta eat it with a fork.
Then you just fold it
honestly,
in half like a taco.
We try to avoid super greasy pizza.
All right, now we're getting off topic.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the 90's.
Right,
that just
but that's our hot pocket debate. And so we've been talking about, this is one of the topics we wanted to hit on this podcast. So we had to bring it to you guys, and now we want to hear your opinions.
Yeah, we've had this debate for a long time. Oh, yeah. There's a Facebook memory that pops up about me asking for people's opinions, and I think I had 2 people say that they
Yeah.
eat it with a fork. It's
You're in the minority.
It's a rarity. I'm like
You're
an endangered species. Like,
all right. Anyway.
But I feel like Hot Pockets were very like hyped up in the 90s.
Oh
like,
yeah.
They were very.
I mean, that was like the
popular.
after-school snack to
Like,
eat.
Yeah, or
you come home, you pop one
corporate
in.
job.
It doesn't fill you up, so you pop another.
Yeah, and the ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
Man, back in the day, the ham and cheese were so good. And this is like way back in the day. They didn't have all the new flavors. Did they have those back then?
Yeah, the breakfast ones were pretty good.
But like the new one, like they have like Philly cheesesteak and stuff like that. They didn't have that
crazy.
back then.
No,
like they just had ham and cheese, pepperoni.
The pizza, yeah.
Like
they had a couple breakfast ones.
Breakfast ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hot Pockets were very, very delicious.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I ate one the other day. It didn't really do much for me.
It's not. It didn't go as hard as it used to.
They're not the. No. They're not the same.
I don't know if they changed them or if it's just we got older.
Yeah, maybe.
Our palates are more
let's
refined.
talk about the rest of these and we'll see if that's what it is. If we just got old, or we just maybe. old people.
Probably.
So, I mean, maybe what we could do is, do you want to like pick like favorites? Because some of these on here, I have no idea what they are.
For real?
Well, one of them.
The Cheez-It Grips?
Cheez-It Grips, no idea.
Oh, those are, I think those ones are more like an early 2000 thing, but they made Cheez-Its into really tiny, like, hexagonal, like, little things, and they just stuffed them in like just a sleeve, and you would just rip it and, like, take a shot.
If you're wondering
what
I'm doing, I have an eyelash.
Of course you do.
I have this really weird condition that I get eyelashes in my eyes. Yeah, I've never heard of Cheez-It Grips.
I think
don't know
if you
what
saw
they are.
them, you would know.
They don't ring a bell at all.
You just tear the corner and you just shoot it back.
No.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Hey, they were great.
But, I mean, we could break it up into, like, categories. So, like, Fruit Gushers.
Fruit by the foot. Roll-ups.
Yeah, all those.
I would say, like, Gushers were, like, the top tier. Like, you were cool if you had Gushers.
Upper echelon of kids had Fruit Gushers.
Yeah, the rich kids.
Right? Even though, like, they were cheap. But I think that they had the best commercials.
They had some pretty good
Fruit
ones.
Gushers had the best
Fruit
commercials.
by the Foot were pretty good, too.
They were okay, but what's better than some kid's head turning into a watermelon?
Yeah. You know what might be a little weird, but I feel like there's a lot of people out there that did it, especially, like, as a kid. But it's, like, the fruit roll-ups. You would wrap it around your finger. That is weird.
Yeah.
That's such a kid thing.
Didn't they have, like, tattoos and stuff in them, too?
No. That was, like, the gum. The
I
zebra
thought
gum.
Fruit roll-ups had tattoos.
No, they did.
Maybe.
They did have tattoos.
They had something on the paper.
They had special ones, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fruit roll-ups.
And I think one doesn't really excite me that much, like, they were popular, like Baby Bottle Pops.
And like the ring pops.
Yeah. Like they were.
I just remember the commercial, the Baby Bottle Pop.
Yeah, the commercial was obnoxious.
Yeah, it would get stuck in your head, and then you just want a Baby Bottle Pop. Our nephew just had one today.
Yeah, he actually finished it too.
Teach him like
how to do it. He thought there was a straw,
and it sucks
in the like. I don't want to say that word. 8. The top part of the bottle.
The baby bottle nipple.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
But he thought there was like a straw in it, and he like suck the sour. So we had to tell him you gotta like dip it in, like shake it
up, and we had to teach an 8-year-old how to eat a baby bottle pop.
I think my issue is I don't have the patience for suckers. Like Tootsie Pops. You know the commercial for Tootsie Pops? Which is another good one. Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie Pops, yeah.
You know where it's
how many licks?
And then the dragon is like...
The owl.
No, there's one with a dragon.
Oh, there is one with a dragon.
And he or she eats it in like one bite.
Yeah.
That's me. I literally bite down on that Tootsie Pop until I can get the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we have such bad teeth.
I didn't wear a hoodie. It's hot. Okay. So.
What other ones? Oh, Bagel Bites.
Bagel Bites.
Those still slap though.
Sometimes.
Depending.
If you air fry them.
Really.
Yes. Yeah. Throw them in the air fryer. Oh,
the microwave
so good.
is no.
No.
They're just
if you microwave Bagel Bites, no offense, there's something wrong. Unless you're in a bind. Sometimes you just gotta microwave them. Like your air fryer's dirty.
Yeah. Same with pizza.
Pizza rolls were
they're okay, but in the microwave.
The Bagel Bites though to me had like the commercial was like Bagel Bites. Like you get home from school, your mom's got this steaming hot plate of Bagel Bites for you and your friends to do your homework.
Yeah.
Or play video games.
It's probably that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Bagel Bites were good. They were tasty. Yeah. I was a plumpy kid, so Bagel Bites kind of.
All right. What about toaster strudels?
Okay, toaster strudels are fine. The breakfast ones. But the regular like fruit ones, not for me.
I wasn't a toaster strudel person. I would eat them every once in a while, but
have you had the breakfast ones?
I probably once upon a time, but
the breakfast ones are like scrambled, like it's like a scramble, like it's got egg and bacon or sausage and like
that
a
does
really
sound very
good
familiar.
cheese
See,
sauce.
I probably would like those ones.
Yeah,
I don't like the filled, like I don't like jelly filled donuts. Or really cream-filled donuts. I don't like stuff stuffed in my food.
I like stuff stuffed in my food.
Unless it's like manicotti or something.
I like cream. I like those, but I don't like hot fruit filling.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So
either. We're not pie eaters.
And yeah, I'm not a big pie fan.
No.
So the fruit-flavored toaster strudels weren't for me, but the breakfast ones, actually, I guess that shouldn't work because the breakfast ones were for me when I was like 22. So, but I still remember the commercials and like they were a very popular thing. But Lunchables.
Oh, that's like, yeah. That's why everyone likes those charcuterie boards and everything. Like millennials just love charcuterie boards.
Because they're like
we grew up on
fancy
Lunchables.
Lunchable.
Yeah. You gotta get your
A
crackers
Lunchable was
and your meat
basically
and your
like
cheese.
an intro charcuterie board.
Yeah, it taught us how to be fancy for cheap.
I remember before my parents got married, like before my dad and Laura, and my dad would stop at Carter's in St. Helen, Michigan, and he would get me a different Lunchable every day for lunch.
That's a good memory. There you go.
Yeah. And they had, I was telling her about this the other day, the hamburger and hot dog ones.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever really had those ones.
But my go-to was the pepperoni pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And what I would do, because I was like a really smart strategist, I would trade my candy for really yummy stuff from the school lunches. And it worked. I always came out ahead.
I don't know how, because most of those little candy bars and the Lunchables weren't that great. It's always the Crunch bars.
I'd like save them and have like a stack.
You got like the jacket one to buy a candy bar.
What do you got? For a while, I would trade them for Pokemon cards.
Hey. And then you got them taken care of.
And then
taken
I
away from
got
you.
them taken by my principal.
Right. We forgot to talk about warheads with, like the candy type. Those were kind of a big, like, trend, I guess. You wouldn't call it a trend back then, probably, but, like...
If TikTok was around, warheads would have been on
trend.
TikTok. Like,
yeah.
It was, like, the thing to, like, like
how
many
long
warheads,
can you last? Yeah. Like...
But I had one a while ago, and they're not even sour. Like, we were wusses. Or they got less sour, one of the two.
See, it's hard to tell. Like, did they just not make them? Like, are they making them different?
We need to find out if anyone has a warhead from, like, 1999.
I don't want it. Don't want it.
Okay, that's fair.
Like Jon Snow, I don't want it.
I'm not a big fan of, like, candy, like hard candies though. So
Yeah,
I wasn't a big Warhead guy, but they were popular.
I liked the Lifesavers though. The hard one. I love the gummies, but
The
I
Lifesaver
liked
gummies
the hard
Lifesavers are good, yeah.
Those were good.
Yeah.
The purple ones are probably my favorite.
Orange.
You're always orange.
Orange or pink. If it's a hard candy, it's got to be orange or pink. That's the best. But yeah, Warheads was definitely like a how tough are you thing.
Yeah.
Like,
and I don't know if anyone actually liked them.
Probably not.
I
It was like a playground thing. Like,
yeah.
If you can keep this Warhead in your mouth for 25 seconds, you get to push the merry-go-round.
I wouldn't want to push it.
Okay, that's a bad example. You get... I don't know. I don't remember playground rules. The last one that I could think of, at least... Actually, I did think of another one we'll talk about, but...
Trix yogurt?
Yeah, Trix yogurt.
Yeah. I don't like yogurt.
Oh, Trix yogurt?
I can't do it. It's a texture thing. The flavor's there, but texture...
I would say Trix
I still to this day can't.
Like, I like... Trix yogurt was amazing. The only thing that stunk about it was... You know when you open, like, baby food?
And it like, squirts out. Yes, because every
you?
day of my life right now is the butternut squash.
Okay, Trix yogurt was like a cannon. You would literally point it at someone else and open it. And it'd be like, boom. But I think Trix in general, because like Trix cereal was fruit-shaped. When it was fruit-shaped, and Trix yogurt
Though I did read someone commented on when we talked about Trix cereal on Jeremy Kleck's channel. They said that it used to be just the little pebbles, and then they changed to the fruit shapes, which was the best. And then now they're back to the
little pebbles. Yeah,
so
they should have just kept them fruit
They
shapes.
had a good thing going, and then they just got lazy.
Was Go-Gurt, or was that later?
Go-Gurt was
later
I would say, yeah, still early 2000s. Because then there was the Go-Gurt and like the Danimals and like...
Yeah, Go-Gurt was really
I think
good.
a little further along in the 2000s, but...
Yeah, maybe. Well, no, because I graduated in 2007, and whatever. Screw you.
No, that just makes me like, wow.
Thank you. Thank you for that, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just a hot 11-year-old.
Whatever. Oh, you'll never let me live that one down. Anyways, yeah, so Go-Gurts would have had to been early 2000s, probably.
Time,
yeah. And then the one that I was thinking of, which probably wouldn't have been just the 90s, was remember that like liquid gel candy in those tubes?
Yeah, and yeah.
What was that called? The blue raspberry was the best. Because you could always get it the same time when they do like the Scholastic Book Fair.
I know what they look like, but man.
That'd be a good...
Didn't they have like a little like...
They had a yellow, I think a yellow cap, and they had like, they were like supposed to be like sour, but they weren't sour, like blue raspberry and watermelon and green apple. I know they had those flavors.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but
and they were in like a toothpaste tube.
Kind of.
But I would eat like, I would like suck a whole tube down in one sitting, like,
How
so good.
The little packet with the candy stick and you would dip it in.
Oh, Fun Dip?
Fun Dip. Yeah, is that it?
I think so. Fun Dip. Yeah,
Fun Dip. Though that was good too.
They were good, yeah. Most of the time I just ended up dipping my finger in.
I know, yeah. And just scrape the bottom, like the seam of it. And...
Pandemic. The other one that I can't believe we forgot is 3D Doritos.
Yeah, I didn't eat a ton of those.
And I
feel like I mostly ate those at like other people's houses if they had them.
3D Doritos. Okay, The thing with those is they probably weren't good because they were just air balls.
They remind me of like the puffy Cheez-Its now, like the puffed. I think that's what they're called now.
Yeah. That was probably just a trendy thing. Like, oh, you gotta get the 3D Doritos because they're
puffy
so cool.
Doritos, yeah.
I can't think of anything else. I mean, like Surge. I guess you could say
Sobe.
Yeah, I can't believe we forgot about that.
That was the thing too. Like,
it's
Mom,
still
can
around,
I go
right?
into the gas station while I'm pumping gas and get a drink, and then you come out with a Sobe? Like, yeah, I'm cool.
Well, our thing was like, okay, so we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So, like, if we got drinks from the gas station, we would get, like, Faygo because it was cheap.
Oh, yeah. Like the 10 for 10.
Yeah, or if you got, it was like 79 cents, you could get a 20 ounce.
Something like that.
And
yeah, those were, like, really...
So, Faygo was always cheap. So, we usually would always come out with a Faygo. But every once in a while, when my dad was feeling really nice, he'd tell us we could get whatever we want. And I always got strawberry daiquiri, Sobe. Alcohol-free, obviously.
I bet that just drove your dad nuts.
In the glass bottle, and that metal lid that, like, clicked off, really, like, you had to really twist it, and then it had some, like, positive message, like a, it was like a fortune cookie.
Yeah, Sobeys were good.
Glass bottle. After they switched...
Everything tastes better in a glass bottle. Like,
yeah.
I like Jones sodas. I love those.
Oh, Jones is good. Yeah, Sobe in the glass bottle. They don't make Sobe anymore, do they?
I've not paid attention enough. They maybe, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But so what made all of these things so good? Like, as a kid. Like, I just remember all of these things just being like, I love them.
I feel like part of it would have been like the commercials, like, really hyped them up.
Yeah.
Like, I remember all the snacks commercials, like Trix yogurt.
I always loved
cereal.
The Pop-Tart ones.
Pop-Tart commercials
the
were...
little scenarios that they put them in and, like, got them into, like, the toaster and, like...
Yeah, they were kind of morbid. They still are.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, the, which one was I thinking of? I mean, we talked about the Bagel Bites commercials and how they were, like, very persuasive, I guess.
I mean, even just, like, the cereal commercials, like, with the Trix Rabbit and...
Lucky Charms
and...
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah. So it's like they just kind of got you.
What's the others?
Honeycomb, you said?
Honeycomb,
the honeycomb.
Honeycomb commercials were...
Like, the eyes that were,
crazy.
Like... Yeah.
I'd say commercials
made them, for some reason, just taste better. I don't know.
And we sort of talked about one already, peer pressure.
Yeah.
Like Warheads, like...
Yeah, if it was, like, a trendy thing to have at the time, like, you wanted it too, and, like, you just kind of, like, wanted to fit in, and sometimes maybe you didn't really like it, you were just trying to fit in.
Like anyone that had Furbies.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I would say that was relevant, like peer pressure. And then...
I think what made them so good was just being a kid. Like, as adults, you kind of, like... Kids have, like, this magic about them where everything is just, like, amazing. And
exciting.
Exciting and new and just...
Like today, Madeline picked at the store a Little Debbie cookies and cream brownie. I haven't tried it yet, but it doesn't look good. But
it tastes just like the cosmic
brownie, but
with cookies and cream on it. Yeah.
So I would say that's the biggest part of it is like just being a kid and like that magic of like.
Now as an adult, like sometimes you find yourself like so like critical of things. And,
and your taste buds change. And...
Not only that, but like you're not really paying attention. Like you're always on the go as an adult, and you're not like fully enjoying what you're doing sometimes, and like it's kids fully enjoy things, and I think as a kid, I would just fully just enjoy them, and it was just
Yeah, I mean, you took the time
The
to wrap the
memories
fruit roll-up
and-
around your
Yeah,
finger.
I did, and then it left your finger a certain color, and just it
Or
was
like-
just fun as a kid.
Like one we didn't talk about because it's still made, and it's still, I mean, a lot of these are still made, but like cookies and cream Hershey bars.
Yeah.
I remember when those came out and going to the gas station and getting those, and like that's a big memory.
Yeah.
Like, so like as a kid, you just I feel like you appreciate things.
Appreciate it more.
Like you remember like taking forever at the store when your parents are like, okay, you get to pick a candy, and you're like,
There's
oh,
so many to
what do
choose from. What if I make a mistake?
Yeah, like what if
want
I
this
pick one I
instead?
don't like?
Yeah. Oh,
And that's why you still get Mongolian beef every time you go to the China Inn. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is like just being a kid and
it was
like
just
the
so
magic.
different back then, and like even kids today, like it's hard to tell like if like Maddie enjoys things like we used to, but I think they do. Kids
I think it's still there.
Yeah.
Like the
It's just the magic of being a kid.
25 years from now, some kids will do a video about snacks from 2024. And that'll make me feel really old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing is just being a child. Like
it made it special.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad. I just sometimes want to go back.
But I still really like a lot of these snacks.
Yeah, me too.
Like
They're
only-
fun to enjoy even as
only
an
difference
adult.
is instead of eating one gusher at a time, I just pop the whole pouch. But
Alright, do you want to talk about
yeah, so we've kind of decided to like we're not quitting the channel or anything.
Yeah, this is only like the 4th episode.
Yeah, but we're gonna kind of we want to try to really zero in on one topic, I guess, like one subject.
Niche.
We want it to be very niche. So starting now, moving forward, we're going to just strictly focus on board games. We really enjoy board games. We love playing them.
I feel like that's something that we'll always have content about, and
it gives us an excuse
to buy more board
to
games.
buy more board games and try new board games.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to do that.
Mhm.
And it'll be fun to see how we can have interaction with the games and like maybe do some different angles and
Yeah.
actually play
I think
some
it'd be
games. And
yeah, something to explore and just be different. And
so yeah, moving forward, strictly board games. This was a fun conversation.
yeah,
though.
I
Like,
told
really
Jeremy
liked
that
this
I
one.
wanted to do this one before we transitioned into that because we've always talked about a Hot Pocket debate, and so I'm glad we finally got to do that.
Yeah, so that'll be the closing. Before you get me worked up again about no, just kidding. So, in closing, how do you eat your Hot Pockets?
Yeah.
Do you do it the right way with a
Whatever.
fork, or do you do it the wrong way?
Now, what
Like
are some of your
eating a
favorite
volcano.
90s snacks? I'm just gonna cut you off there. What are some of your favorite 90s
How do you
snacks?
eat it? No, just kidding. Yeah, let us know if we missed anything. There was a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah.
I know one we missed was Pepsi Crystal. I think that's what it was called. The blue Pepsi.
Yeah, we did discuss that.
But yeah, let us know if we missed anything, if there's anything on this list that really brought back some good memories, hopefully not bad
nostalgia.
memories.
Yeah.
Oh, I choked on a fruit gusher once and I can't stand them. So yeah, let us know. And if you're interested in board games and you're interested in learning about a lot of really unique and interesting board games, like we're not talking like Monopoly and Sorry and Parcheesi and Sequence.
We
Like,
might throw in Sequence.
We might do Sequence just because it's fun.
Yes.
These are going to be unique games that you've probably never heard of that we just really enjoy. So yeah, let us know, answer the questions. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Remember to be kind to each other.
Remember to smile.
And just have a good day.